Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the Patriot Bald Eagle. If you have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee together, whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now, as this will be a lengthy discussion. Guys, we have some important news to talk about here. So, apparently Cheerios and some other Quaker products, a new study is finding a chemical that is in the product that it seems like it's called Chlormequat. Chlormequat. CHLORMEC or MEQUAT. Chlormequat is, from what I can understand, at least that's how I think it's pronounced. It's all over the news. There's been a study that 4 out of 5 Americans likely have a lesser known pesticide in their bodies thanks to the consumption of certain foods, according to a new study. Okay, and we are reading from USA Today, but I also read an article on Forbes, and everybody is pretty much saying the same thing. So, this was published in the Journal of Exposure, Science, and Environmental Epidemiology on Thursday. The study found that 80% of tested Americans had the chemical Chlormequat in their systems, a plant regulating agent that is currently not approved for use on edible crops in the U.S. Important now. So a little bit from what I've gathered from this is that there's always been, so Chlormequat is a chemical that can leave the body within 24 hours. Okay, a very small amount. However, tests have been showing that it's been a lot larger than that and not leaving the body as quickly as originally intended. Shouldn't have this chemical anyway. We're going to go into that. This is ridiculous. These things just keep getting bigger and bigger, guys. Make sure you are preparing for the future of things to come. Imported foods treated with Chlormequat are allowed to enter the country. However, according to a brief published alongside the study by the advocacy organization Environmental Working Group, or EWG, the findings, quote, ring alarm bells, unquote, as the chemical is thought to be harmful and was found in common oat and wheat-based products, including Cheerios and Quaker Oats. And again, boy, I don't even know what to think. They have a thing, they talk about Chlormequat here. They say Chlormequat Chloride is a pesticide used as a plant growth regulator. The agricultural chemical works by decreasing stem height. This prevents crops from bending over, which can make harvesting more difficult. It is more commonly used on wheat, oats, and barley, per the EWG. Chlormequat is not approved for use on edible plants in the U.S. However, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, decided in 2018 to allow the importation of foods treated with this chemical. Okay. It is approved for use on food crops, mostly grains, in the European Union, the United Kingdom, and Canada. They go on to say, what did the study say? And I like the link that they have right below this. Listeria outbreak. Salad kit from Bristol Farms now included in the listeria-related recalls as outbreak grows. Yes, that listeria outbreak is growing. Huge. I recommend checking up on all of this or some of our previous coffee rants. We talk about the Rizzo Lopez Foods, the cheese company, where multiple of their products have been spreading about in different packages all across the country. USA Today actually did an article on this where they have a chart showing thousands and thousands of outbreaks and where there have been the most of which was in California. And you can check out USA Today. You can check out the FDA or USDA website. It seems like this is getting traction everywhere. The study published in the Journal of Exposure, Science, and Environmental Epidemiology found that Chlormequat was detected in 77 of 96, or 80% of Americans tested for Chlormequat. Researchers used urine samples collected from 3 geographical regions between 2017 and 2023 to test for the presence and concentration of Chlormequat in the bodies of participants. The study found not only that 4 out of 5 Americans have the pesticide in their system, but that the concentration has increased compared to prior years, meaning it's getting more and more, like it's detected more and more, a higher percentage. What products were found to contain Chlormequat? They have a huge picture of Cheerios on here. Researchers found the presence of Chlormequat in both traditional and organic oat and wheat-based foods. So is organic not as safe anymore? Meaning, oh boy. Guys, I don't know. I was getting flooded with comments on this, and thank you to everyone who brought it to my attention. Again, this was a couple days ago, but again, we do our research here on this channel before we start talking about it because we want to make sure that, one, it's legit, and two, we don't want to be putting out, again, we don't want to put out any kind of false information, especially something this huge. This is ridiculous. Researchers tested conventional oat-based products purchased in June and August 2022 and May 2023. Of both sets, Chlormequat was detected in 92% of the tested products. Organic oat-based products had a lower detection rate of 12.5%. A sample of conventional wheat-based products tested in February 2023 also found that 22% had traces of Chlormequat. The study authors tested several individual items from a variety of brands for the presence of Chlormequat. The chemical was found in several General Mills products, including Cheerios, Quaker Foods products, including oatmeal, granola bars, and old-fashioned oats. Things that we constantly talk about on the channel, right? We have tens of thousands of people that shop for these products. And I tell you what, I hope something's being done about it. I mean, are they being pulled off the shelves? Is it safe to eat? We haven't gotten to that part yet. Hopefully we find something. And this has an issue to do, which I haven't come up on this yet, but it has some issue to do with fertility and stuff in that nature. So we'll get into that. And if it doesn't talk about it in this, we will look it up on Forbes, as that is another one. It's all over though. I feel like every news website is covering this right now. It's even on the local news. It's on the local news. It's got to be something everybody's talking about. And some generic store brand granola and cereals, including Walmart and Target. Jeez. Okay, so Molly Wolf, a spokesperson for General Mills, told USA Today in a statement, quote, "All our products adhere to all regulatory requirements." Food, yeah, but the requirements, I mean, the EPA, right, is allowing this through, I guess. I mean, food safe, guys, I'll tell you, I don't know. Some of this stuff, it's like, what's in our food, right? That's the question we have to ask every day. What's in our food? These recalls, and we knew, right? We've said that this has been building and building and building. And it's just constantly getting worse, right? We need to watch what is going in our food. If these things come up, well, new leadership in these companies is needed because this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. What do you, and forget what I think, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? And is it going to continue? That's my question. Now that we've done this study and found that it is spread out over pretty much every item that is in everybody's house, is this something that is going to be taken care of? Is this something we're going to take out? Who cares if we lose a few wheat plants because they're bending over or falling over? I mean, it's all about money. Follow the money, and you'll find the problem. That is the saying of all time. The saying that can be true of all time. Follow the money, and you will find the issues with things. Let's see. Quote, "All of our products adhere to all the regulatory systems. Food safety is always our top priority at General Mills, and we take care to ensure our food is prepared and packaged in the safest way possible." Well, sure. That answers nothing. What are you doing about this issue that you probably knew about from the beginning? That we didn't. I've never heard of Chlormequat. Have you? Let me know down in the comments. Pepsi Company, which owns Quaker Foods, did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Sure. Okay, here we go. What are the effects of Chlormequat? Shows a guy in like a hazmat suit spraying the plants. You can't make this up, guys. This guy is in like a straight hazmat suit. Looks like something out of Back to the Future. I don't even know. I don't even want to say what I was going to say. It looks crazy. Like, could you believe that this guy... Look it up. Just look it up. Look up USA Today, Cheerios chemical problem. And it will be right there for you. And it even says in a quote under this picture, treating plants with edible Chlormequat is not allowed in the U.S., but they can be imported from other countries. So what's the difference? Why is it not allowed in the U.S.? Oh, probably because it's dangerous. But we can buy it from other countries and send it out everywhere. So we can point the finger at somebody else and say, well, it didn't come from here. But now you're saying that it's cool. It's cool that we, the people, right? I wore this shirt on purpose today. Little hint. That we can do this. That this is cool. This is unacceptable. We've had issues with EPA and all these other groups in the past, and I do like the fact that this has slid through the fingers just makes me question a lot of this stuff even more. Scientists don't know the exact impact of Chlormequat on the human body, as tested has been focused on animals thus far. And this is what Chlormequat is. They're kind of, covering their butts, I guess. No pun intended. Some prior studies have found that Chlormequat is linked to infertility, like we were talking about before. Disrupted fetal growth, delayed puberty, and disruptions to the metabolic system. However, these studies were performed on mice and rats and have not been conducted or translated to humans, right? Because, things that we've never tested for things on mice and rats before. This is all new, right? Okay, EWG, whatever that means from what we read at the beginning, whoever that is. EWG said, I'll scroll back because I don't even remember. This is so frustrating. I always hate being the guy to have to relay this bad news, guys, but this is something important. These are things that I cover on a daily basis on our channel. Cheerios. How many times in so many videos have we talked about people looking for different prices on different oats? Right before, and is it funny that here we are with granola that had a salmonella outbreak, right? The granola from Quaker Oats, right? With who knows how that happened? Dirty warehouses. That's what everybody keeps saying. I don't know, guys. Who are these guys? I should probably remember this for future. The Environmental Working Group. Okay, let's scroll down here. EWG, Environmental Working Group. Let's see here. Okay, EWG said that the studies on the pesticide are ongoing, but argued, quote, although these studies focus only on the chemical's potential effects on animals, they raise questions about whether it could also harm humans. Have any of you guys ever seen that movie Idiocracy? Guys, if you haven't seen that movie, you should probably watch it because we are heading that direction if we are not there already. It's a funny movie. It's hysterical. And it's set like a few years into the future, which is like kind of now, which is kind of funny about it. But I highly recommend watching that movie because you will get a good laugh, but you will see things in that movie that are true today. Idiocracy. The EWG also noted a 2023 proposal by the EPA to allow the use of Chlormequat on barley, oat, triticale, 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 I guess, and wheat grown in the U.S. for the first time following Chlormequat manufacturer Tamanco's application to do so in 2019. EWG has said they oppose the plan. Okay, and that is it on USA Today. And usually when something comes to an abrupt ending like that on USA Today, which I've noticed on a lot of their different sites, when it comes to an abrupt end like that, usually there's an ongoing thing. And it may not be. That may just be it. That might be it. But let's talk about this for a minute because and there's nothing. All of these have a few things in common. We're working on fixing this problem. We're cutting ties with this because it doesn't make sense for us to accept something that is in a chemical compound that is put on this stuff overseas, outside of our country, and accepting it into our country, but not being able to spray it ourselves. Ay. Coffee time. Coffee. I just feel like this it's all connected in some ways. Like, we're having all of these different outbreaks right now with salmonella, listeria, which seems to be popping its ugly face in a lot of things. Now, I haven't even gotten to it. There's another, some kind of cheese. We'll have to look on the FDA later. I don't have time to cover it right now, but there's some cheese, some cheddar cheese. Make sure you let us know down in the comments because I just didn't have time to go over that today. And again, it's something that I'm waiting a little bit on to make sure that it's true, for one. But there was like an E. coli, something connected with E. coli and some kind of cheddar cheese. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's gone or what it's come from. But guys, we shouldn't be surprised. If you're watching this channel and you're watching another one of these recall / what the heck is going on type videos that we're putting out here, I mean, it's happening so fast. I can't keep up on myself. I don't have a news team. I don't have, other than Jess, who, does as much research as she can. She has other things she has to do. She can't cover any of this stuff. And I don't blame her. I mean, this is like, we're trying to do things to feed off of some positive energy. And it's like, this is what we do. We cover food and stuff in the stores. We cover prices. We cover shortages. We cover recalls. But this is something that is an accepting thing. This is accepting. I mean, something with the potential to be bad with humans. There's been tests and you found this chemical in humans, right? You have found this on a higher level. I'll tell you what, real quick. I'll tell you what, I'm going to edit this part here. You will see this in just a second. We're going to go on Forbes' website, but I got to load my computer back up. Okay, we are back. I was trying to find where I had seen this. And Forbes says here, Chlormequat only stays in the body for 24 hours. So the high levels found in the test population suggest, quote, regular exposure. Okay, because it's been elongated in the body. That people are finding, I guess, that it's over 24 hours that it's staying in the body. According to the EWG. The group recommends buying and consuming organic oat products which aren't grown with synthetic pesticides like Chlormequat to reduce exposure to the chemical. Okay, which ones are? That's the problem here. They're not going into any extra information, which I assume that we're going to get that eventually. But should we stop eating Cheerios? Should we stop eating oats until we figure all this out? I think I already said this earlier, but guys, you can't make this stuff up. This is crazy. Crazy that this is accepted. Of course, it's crazy that a lot of things are accepted today. But, what can you do, I guess? Okay, they say basically the same thing on as USA Today. Around 4 out of 5 Americans are being exposed to Chlormequat Chloride, a highly toxic agricultural chemical linked to fertility problems and birth issues in animals, according to the EWG. Okay, so I guess that has not been confirmed in humans yet as far as that test. And how long will that test take? And should we stop eating these products until that has been, uh, confirmed? Anyway, that was just the extra added thing I wanted to check out with Forbes there. Um, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. It's a crazy world we live in, and the fact that this is accepted is even crazier. I really just don't. They don't want to stop the production of Cheerios and Quaker and all these other products, I guess, until they figure it out. So, I don't know. Do your own research. I always say, like, even though you're hearing me talk about it, do your own research. Do what you think is best. If you do, maybe go further down the rabbit hole than I did, and maybe you'll find out that it's absolutely harmless. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to be buying any Cheerios until I find out. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.